Hi, welcome. We're just going over some links to the chemicals industry in Japan, and I've created a spreadsheet here on Google Sheets, so I'll share the link later in the notes. And it's just showing how you can do company research and just set it up with different links so you can come back to it and find it pretty easily. So I've set it up where you have say 5 links across the top, Yahoo Japan, which gives you information in Japanese. You can substitute it with another one. It's just taking the URL from a search and using the first part of that URL along with the search term. So you'll see here we do 4005, which is the stock code, and then we've used a hyperlink just to tie it into the Yahoo Japan URL. So you'll see if you just set up a hyperlink and you have that beginning of the URL, you can put anything after it, right? So that's basically the benefits of hyperlinks. So if you do, and this you can do with an Excel sheet or a Google spreadsheet, you just do hyperlink, that's your formula, right? And then you put your URL in there, and then you have your name of whatever you want the link to be, right? So for our purposes, I haven't put anything in there, so it comes up as NA, but if we were to do it there, we're basically saying this is my URL, so put it in here, put it in quotes, and I believe this is how you do it. So you've got, that's your base of your URL, then you add a and sign, and you put maybe you're going to put 405. You'd have a list of the stock codes. You'd say 405, and you'd say let's try comma, and then we'll call it link, and see if that works. So see, we've got everything enclosed in the brackets, well, in the parentheses first, then you've got your URL, then you've added your search term, which is 405. I put a comma there. Sometimes you have to use a semicolon. And then I put the title of it in brackets. So let's see if that works. So that didn't work. So we'll just say, we'll do a semicolon, and then we'll call it link, and see if that works. Nope, that didn't work. Okay, so we'll do the quotes there, and then see if that works. Right, so we've got link right there. So we've put the URL in quotes along with an and sign in the search term, and then we've given a name to it separated by a comma, right? And that's how you create your URL link so you can quickly come back to it and find it. I just added a URL from Yahoo Japan, but here's the URL for the Sumitomo Chemicals website, right? And that's, I had to look these up because sometimes they change. So you can't say that it's always going to be one pattern. So these have to be manually updated or checked. FT, I like it. It's a business publication, has a lot of good data. And again, same thing with Yahoo Japan. You just use your basic URL structure, add to it the search term. In this case, I always have to add TYO on the end. So you just need to know what works for that site, and you got a lot of good information on the company in English. Finally, IR site. This also, just like the website, this has to be manually checked and updated. Here you have Japanese, you have English. The good thing about the IR site is that you have presentations on their business, so it's good for research. Then here we have Google Maps if you want to find out where a company is. So you can see this goes straight to Google, right? And again, you're using that basic URL structure to quickly do a search term. And then it gives you address, phone number, and then you can use it to figure out how to get there. And then, you can build these out with all kinds of different publications if you want. You could do Bloomberg, you could do Google Finance, anything with a URL structure and a search query. You can add links to that if it's adding more information. So that's basically it. This spreadsheet has about 17 companies from the Nikkei 225 index, and I'll add more for the other industries, and just playing around so that you can easily find information if you need it. So thanks very much, and talk to you later.